Faith is a transformative force. It leads us down uncertain paths, challenges our limitations, and connects us with the extraordinary. However, faith also reveals our humanity, oscillating between absolute trust and momentary doubt. Today, we will reflect on how God regards our faith, shaping our destinies even in the face of our weaknesses. Abraham was called by God to leave everything behind: his land, his family, his comfort. Without knowing exactly where he was going, he set out, taking only the divine promise as his guide. His faith was so strong that he needed no guarantees or maps. Because of this trust, God not only led him to the promised land, but also made him the father of a nation. Abraham teaches us that unwavering faith opens doors to divine plans beyond what we can imagine. Sarah, Abraham's wife, faced an apparently impossible reality. Already advanced in age, she was informed that she would have a child. Her first reaction was to laugh. It wasn't a laugh of disdain, but of disbelief at something so wonderful. However, God did not disregard her humanity. Despite her initial doubts, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, showing that God's faithfulness surpasses our frailties. Mary was called to the greatest mission of all: to be the mother of the Savior. Young and without means, she could have questioned or hesitated. But instead, she responded with simplicity and surrender. "May your word to me be fulfilled." Her unwavering faith transformed her life and the entire history of humanity. Mary teaches us that fully trusting in God, even in the face of the unknown, makes us instruments of His will. Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist, was a faithful priest. But when he heard from the angel that he would have a son, doubt filled his heart. As a consequence, he was rendered mute until John's birth. During this time of silence, Zechariah learned to trust in God's plan. His story shows that even when we falter, God gives us opportunities to grow and reaffirm our faith. Peter, a fervent disciple, walked on water toward Jesus. However, when he felt the wind and perceived the danger, his faith wavered and he began to sink. Jesus caught him, saying, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" This scene reveals the tension between the desire to trust and human vulnerability. Nevertheless, Peter reminds us that God is always ready to rescue us, even when our faith falters. Moses, the leader of the people of Israel, faced numerous challenges. However, in a moment of fatigue and doubt, he questioned whether God would truly provide water for the people in the desert. Due to his lack of trust, God had allowed him to see the promised land but not enter it. Moses warns us that unbelief can limit the blessings God has for us, even when we are instruments of great deed. Each of these stories reflects how God regards our faith, not as perfection, but as growing trust. Whether in momentary doubts, full acceptance, or wavering faith, God meets us where we are and helps us move forward. Our faith may not be perfect, but it is the key that opens doors to divine purpose. Just as God acted in the lives of Abraham, Sarah, Mary, Zechariah, Peter, and Moses, He acts in ours, shaping different and meaningful outcomes. May we strengthen our trust in Him, knowing that even the smallest spark of faith can move mountains. Thank you for following this devotional. If you want to access more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, check out our app, Bible Notebook, available on the App Store, a minimalist Bible with smooth navigation and an enjoyable experience to deepen your reading and study. The download link is in the description. See you next time.